One of the joys of my job is the opportunity to connect in person when possible, to actually learn about your stories. Over the years, we haven't always done the best job of knowing what our alumni have done, their accomplishments, their personal achievements. So it's been a real thrill for me to be back on board and to get to meet a few of you. And if I reach out to you, I promise I'm a nice guy and I'll pay for the meal. I promise. Okay. So I've got a couple of folks who weren't able to join us today, and I'd like to share a few remarks from a couple of your classmates. The first letter that I have is from Daria. She was known, I guess, as Dusty Baylord. Does that name ring a bell?
Yeah.
Hopefully?
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
So Daria is currently in Erie, Pennsylvania, and she writes, "Dear class of 1970, hello, fellow classmates. It's been a while. So many memories. Mostly I remember all the friends I got to know. My family moved around a lot, so it was not easy to meet new friends. Too many goodbyes. AB provided me with the opportunity to join a sorority. It was nice to have a new family. They provided me with support and renewed confidence. They helped me to prepare for the future. I spent many years as a social worker, but I also challenged myself to run a bed and breakfast, a children's clothing store, and a home daycare. I retired at age 60 to spend time with my grown-up children and grandchildren. What an experience. Hope every one of you are managing with COVID-19. Please stay safe and healthy. Daria Dusty Baylord." And I also have a letter from Janet. Is it Balukas, I believe? Her maiden name was Vakris. And Janet is in Glen Mills, Pennsylvania, and she writes, "I've always been proud to be a graduate of Alderson Broaddus University. It is hard to believe it's been 50 years since graduation in 1970. To update fellow members of my class, after graduation, I moved to White Marsh, Pennsylvania, and worked for the Department of Defense in Philadelphia for 1 year. I then returned to school and received a master's degree in elementary education from Wilkes University. I was lucky enough to get a teaching position in the Upper Marion Area School District in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, where I taught 5th grade for 31 years. God bless her. In 1992, I took the Doctor of Education degree from Widener University in Chester, Pennsylvania. I retired from teaching in 2004. In 1992, I married Al Balukas, a professional golfer. He and I have been playing golf since then. We now live in Glen Mills, Pennsylvania, and Jensen Beach, Florida. I am extending my hellos to my fellow AB graduates. I hope you all enjoy this remarkable homecoming and induction ceremony. I hold nothing but happy memories of my 4 years at AB. I received an excellent education and made some lifelong friends. God bless you all." And again, from myself and all of us here at your home at AB, we thank you for joining us today. And thank you for 50 years of contributing your talents and the education you received at AB to the world at large. The world is better for you, and God bless you, and stay safe and healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Okay, now I am going to share my screen again. That way you don't have to look at me as I'm reading all of these. And again, hopefully everybody knows everybody now that's on here. And again, if I did miss you, obviously we'll give you the opportunity afterwards, just in case we didn't receive your information. We do have a few that will be on here that are not on the call right now that for some reason weren't able to join us. So I will still read those and we'll go through, okay? So I'm going to share my screen again for you here. Okay, you guys are able to see the E.J. Willis Society there? Okay. All right, our first individual is Jane Hadcock-Carrico. She was a rad tech major, and she spent her career as an x-ray technician, administrative assistant, pastor's wife, and homemaker. And like she said, she is in Parkersburg, West Virginia. and I will make these available to you all after the program as well, okay? Alan Cenas, he's not able to join us today, but he was a sociology major, manager at 84 Lumber, construction supervisor, assistant director of development and sales, and a bank security officer, and he resides in Washington, PA. Mr. Gary Connor, chemistry and math major at AB, and he went on to get his degree in clinical biochemistry, a research scientist in pharmaceutical industry, and an adjunct professor of chemistry, and lives in Cary, North Carolina. Next, we have Janet Whitman Connor with an education degree from Alderson Broaddus. She was a teacher, a mother, a wife, and a piano teacher, and also resides in Cary, North Carolina. Judd was one of the few that decided to skip his yearbook picture, I believe, a couple years there, so I had trouble finding a photo of him, but residence, as he said, is Maui. Was a sociology major, and his career was in social work and behavioral health administration. So Judd Cunningham. Now we have our Lord of Homecoming, Mr. David DeLauder. He had a degree in social studies, and his career was with the United States Air Force, the West Virginia Department of Welfare, Lowe's Companies, and the U.S. Postal Service, and again in Roanoke, Virginia. Our Lady of Homecoming, Ms. Marlene Weatherby DeLauder, graduated with a nursing degree, worked at Broaddus Hospital, worked as a public health director of nursing, vice president at Centra Health, and assistant professor also in Roanoke, Virginia. Next, we have Judy Bowles Funk with a degree in education, and she was a lifelong teacher, and she still resides here in Philippi, West Virginia. Rick Hurt, a psychology major. His career was juvenile corrections, executive director of 2 drug treatment programs, taught classes at University of Akron in addiction theory and pharmacology and psychoactive drugs, and owned a management company and resides in Akron, Ohio. Gail Rotenheimer, elementary education from AB, 34 and a half years as an elementary school teacher in Westminster, Maryland. We'll pause for a second. All right, next we have Nancy Johnston with a degree in nursing, neonatal maternity nursing, 45 years of teaching nursing also as a college faculty, and her first job was an AB faculty member in 70 and 71. She is from Easton, PA. Now, Nancy, I apologize, but I'll ask you to say your last name. So Nancy Buckley, and how do you say the last name?
Arzik.
Arzik, okay. Was an elementary education major and a primary grade K through 12 teacher as her career. She resides in Venice, Florida, and her summers are in Rhode Island. George Fred Pershing was unable to attend today, but he was a music voice major and a career as a railroad fireman, salesman, steel mill crane man, and clerk, a state caseworker, church, and music director, and he resides in Greensburg, PA. Now, Rola signed up late, but I don't believe she's on here, so we didn't have any information on her. Reverend Robert Remington, also unable to attend, is a psychology major. He has 20 years of local church pastor, 25 years of raising money for colleges and universities, also worked for AB as well, from Avon Lake, Ohio. Next we have, I believe he said Tim Schaefer is what he went by, a business administration major, and 34 years as General Motors executive. He's now retired in DeBary, Florida. His wife, Judy Aspen Schaefer, a psychology major, has a career in social services, also from DeBary, Florida. Mike Cyphers, a degree in math, IT services, data center services, and technical sales as a career, and as he said, is in Gettysburg, PA. Ms. Gloria Stewart, was an environmental science and PE major, and then went on to get her medical science from AB. She taught PE, coached volleyball at AB from 80 to 89, and that's when she earned her PA degree. She received a doctorate of education from WVU, chair and program director at University of South Dakota, became the founding director of the PA program at Marietta College, served the PA profession at a national level by making contributions to the National Certification Exam, PA site evaluator, authored articles for professional journals, books, served on the Accreditation Review Commission 2 years as a chair, and the president of the APAP, aka the PAEA, and is in East Wakefield, New Hampshire, joining us from Idaho. Mr. Gary White was a business economics major, and his career was in collegiate men's soccer coach, community-based programming, and senior computer systems analyst from Jackson, Michigan. And then we have one special induction. We always like to allow those who weren't able to attend theirs to join. So we have Miss Leslie McKee Hurwitz, who was a class of 69 major to induct. She was a sociology major, and her career was educational assistant, Bay Methodist Church, social worker for Golden Age Center of Cleveland, a group worker for Cleveland Services for the Blind, director of social services at Eliza Jennings and Law Pavilion. And she is in Moreland Hills, Ohio. Now, I believe, Pixie, we didn't have your information. Would you like to share a little bit about yourself?
Well, let's see, after I left college, I worked at the National Institute of Mental Health in Washington, then got married, and eventually my husband was in the Navy, and we went all sorts of places. Now we live in a cabin, which you can see the bear on behind me, in Westfield, New York. That's about it.
Well, as we do our induction typically in person, bring you up and we take a nice photo, and I give you one of these. So I'm going to virtually hand you a nice little society thing that we will be getting you guys hopefully in person next year. And if not in next year, I will be sending you one of these. We'll be sending you one in the mail. I'm giving this out to you guys in honor of your induction of 50 years into Otterson Broadus University. Congratulations.
To do this. See if that'll
Hey, everybody. Yay, everybody. Hey, Josh, it looks like we're having a late joiner, Judy.
Okay. Now they just jump back on.
Oh, okay.
That's Miss.
Yes, I see that. Thank you.
So now we do have a nice little slideshow put together for you to help you down memory lane a little bit more. So again, we're going to share this. I hope you enjoy it. Okay.
We're going to go through all of them.
Yes.
She almost looks like that. Pretty weak. Again, it was because, remember, I wasn't in your class to start. Okay, so retro. Okay. Oh, I should have been looking at where they're still living. I missed it. I had to do it. Look at that. That's who I thought the other gal was, and so that wasn't her. See, my class started with these people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's right, because you graduated a year early.
Mm-hmm.
You were so smart. I didn't ever heard of Mitch of Many Lakes. I remember her face. Oh, in Morton, Texas.
Yes, feel free to talk about people you remember. If it's not on here, we don't have to sit in silence either. So make yourself in a crowd when you see your picture. There's Miss Judy.
I do know that.
You guys haven't aged a bit.
I couldn't hear it. We haven't aged a bit. And for
We wish.
You guys had one of the larger classes too.
oh,
Your frame there, so.
there's huge. They should be putting up there those that are deceased. I think they might. There's a bunch of them that are.
Nancy.
Mm-hmm. I
Okay.
didn't like him at all.
He's probably the nicest guy now. He sits in there. She's in Frederick, Maryland. And her husband was a year ahead.
Jingles.
So what was his real name?
Jack Lewis.
Jack, that's right. Yeah. We met in Southern, remember?
Yeah, I'm surprised because you know there's a number that are deceased that you would think of they're currently.
She's in Chesapeake.
Where was Janet?
Chesapeake.
Oh, cool.
I think it was still the same last name.
Look at the cat, honey.
Down there, see.
Hi, sweetie. You come out and see me.
Interesting to see this much New England representation.
People. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
After you see this at a graphic note.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Homecoming.
So was Gary White the only black guy in the class?
Might have been female.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't he bet
Do we
you?
know that?
Ah,
I think we did know. Yeah.
We'll have Neil too. Just recently.
Wow.
Mhm.
This is
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Goodness gracious.
great job.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I mean, sometimes really
Oh my
young.
gosh. Yeah, from here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
She was from Bethelport.
Mm-hmm. Remember now the name. I didn't know the. Again, it's all into my life. Yeah, we knew about yeah. So they didn't have Neil.
They didn't even have Nell's picture in there, did they? As a graduate.
You know what? Maybe he graduated a year after us. He was in the he was in the PA,
Rad Tech.
Reg Tech. And
Again, I hope you guys enjoy it. And I will make that available to you all as well.
Good.
Thank you.
So
Yes, that would be great.
we didn't have, there are some that, obviously didn't make it in the yearbook as well. So that's what we had. And if there are members that you would like to reach out to and connect with, contact our office, and we'll try our best to connect you as well. So hopefully you saw some members there that you haven't seen in a while. So, okay, the next thing that we typically do, and this is going to be the first ever virtual class photo. So what I'm going to do, I want everybody to get ready to smile big for the camera.
But we can't get in the pond.
do what?
I want to get in the pond.
Good thing you did last year.
I know.
Did we lose somebody?
On yourself.
Let's see.
Jump in the fountain.
I run with my computer outside. Give me a minute. Okay, well, but wait 1 second because I think we lost Pixie. Look, because we had 20.
We got Gary White.
There's-
Oh, goodness.
And Gary, we still don't have your photo or your video.
Still didn't have any luck.
I'll Photoshop your face in there. How about that?
Haven't changed a bit.
All right, everybody ready? So I'm gonna count to three. All right, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's double check to make sure I got that, and then enjoy it here.
These on.
Down in history, first class photo online, first on 50-year reunion. So again, the class of '69, they talk a lot about how they're the best class, but you guys are going to be the first in a lot of things. So
About time. Tired of being in the shadows.
about it.
One little note from David and me. I was not at my college graduation, so I'm not in that big picture with the cap and gowns because we got married that same day. I actually finished in November of '69, so I didn't come back on campus. We decided to get married on D-Day rather than graduate. So
I guess it worked.
it did. 50 years later.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
It's always amazing to hear those stories. Dave and Marlene, I know, are 50 years as well. And then, Judy, you guys said you were there. Janet and Gary, I mean, you guys are up there as well. So it's always good to hear that as well. So, all right, looks like the picture turned out all right. I'm going to keep it a secret and show you guys what I sent to you. But it looks pretty cool. I'm excited about it. But again, thank you guys so much for joining us and allowing us to hold this ceremony still, even though we're not together in person. But again, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was okay for you. And in Homecoming 2021, Lord willing, if all things go well, We will be inviting you back to celebrate your 50-year reunion. It'll be a double 50-year reunion with the class of 71 as well. And again, to do this the right way and to, again, give you your nice little paper. So I can give it to you in person, and hopefully we can shake hands and you guys can hug and all that. I know some of us are missing that. So again, that's the end of our ceremony, but that doesn't mean that it has to be the end of the Zoom. We can leave this live and let you guys catch up. I can create breakout rooms if you want to have small groups to get together. You guys just let me know in the chat as far as if you'd want to set up a breakout room. Otherwise, we'll leave this on and continue the conversation, continue the memories. If you have to go, we understand as well. So, but again, thank you again for joining us, and I hope it was as good as it could be for a virtual gathering.
Josh,
Very much.
Thank you.
I wanted to compliment Josh because you've done a great job at communicating with everybody through the Alumni Association. And I know my sister Patty was instrumental in getting the Facebook page set up, and Tom Hilton, I believe, was the other one. And that's a nice little connection for all of us to see different people on there, hear what's going on, know when something sad or happy has happened. And so I commend you, Josh. You keep this group of old people together pretty well.
We have a great group of office.
Well, good job.
Thank
You do everything well.
Well, when you surround yourself with good people like Len and Chris and the rest of our office, Sandra, it makes our job easy. But again, you all are the reason why we do what we do. Just to see your smiles on your faces today, it's a nice break from reality. And again, it makes it worth doing our job, and we enjoy doing what we do. And that's why we're still here at our alma mater, and we're glad that we're all alumni. So enjoy yourselves.
Thank you. Great to see you all. Great to see you.
Bye.
Love you all.
Bye.
Hi, Patty.
Bye.
You're muted, Patty. We
I'm
can't hear you.
unmuted.
Oh,
I'm
there you go.
unmuting it. I didn't want all the background noise here.
Oh,
Congratulations, everybody.
Yes.
Congratulations,
IOD
everybody.
sisters.
I think we're going to have an outbreak room for the Arden alumni. And I think Rick Hurt knows more about that. So Rick, what do you know?
Well, that's set up for tomorrow night at 6.
Okay, good.
If you're interested, send me an email and I'll send you the link.
So put your email in the chat room, Rick.
I will do that.
You can also send it to me, and I can send it to Rick if you want help on that. Either way is fine.
Thanks so much.
Thank
Congratulations.
you, everybody. Bye-bye.
See you all.
See you
Bye-bye.
next year.
All right, signing off. Bye.
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 Take care, all.
I'll see my roomies in another couple weeks.
Great.
Or before.
Yeah, anybody else wants to join us, just find my email and let me know you want to join our little gathering. We're partners in wine.
So Dave and Marlene, I want to know how you ended up in Roanoke.
Well, employment. I was transferred down here, and Marlene goes where I go, so far. So
Are you retired or are you
we
still?
are. We're both retired.
Uh-huh. And go ahead.
We have our daughter's pharmacist here in town, so and we look after our little granddaughter, so it works out well.
Good. And Marlene, are you still in touch with Cheryl Wood?
No.
We went to her wedding back in the early 70s, but that's the last time I've seen her.
No, I haven't seen her since we graduated.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're still up in Maryland?
Yes, my parents lived right outside of Baltimore, and I got a teaching job in Westminster, which is about an hour away from Baltimore. So that's where we still are.
Mm-hmm.
And how many children?
2 kids. Andy is in California, and Karen is just 40 minutes away in Pennsylvania. We've got 4 grandchildren.
And how many of those are in California?
3.
3.
So we have one that really gets spoiled.